and welcome back to Choice Bits of Bliss. This month for Themes on the 13th, I am focusing on my sports theme. And both of my boys played sports when they were in school. So I've used some, I've been gathering it over the years, but this is really all I have. It's not just a huge category. So we're going to go through it quickly, and I'm going to rehouse this because I've got it in just a couple of plastic bags. I'm going to rehouse my entire theme inside one of these plastic containers. And I'm aggravated about this because I actually had to go back to Hobby Lobby and buy this, and I had to pay $2.99. And I'm sounding like a spoiled brat. But years ago, these used to be under the brand Paper Studio. And when Hobby Lobby would put their Paper Studio on sale, you could get these at half off. So I bought a case of these, like a huge box of these, half off and with free shipping, and I've run out. I've used them all. So I actually had to go back to Hobby Lobby and buy them and pay full price. And I need to be thankful that I was able to get them cheap when I was, instead of griping about paying $2.99 now. But that's where we are. Okay, so I just gave myself an attitude adjustment. I have my new container, and we're going to pare this down so that it fits in this container. Now, if you watch any kind of organization videos, you're going to come across Dana K. White. She is the container gal. I call her the container gal because her whole her main message is you choose what container you're going to place whatever product in. It doesn't matter what size the container is. Your container could be an entire room. But once you get to the limits of that container, you have to make different choices. You need to get rid of some things before you bring something else in. And I love that message. It has spoken to me deeply as I work in my space over these 2 years, a little over 2 years now that I've been up here. And in the beginning, I talked a lot about finding grace in this space. And I really feel like that her videos came to me in a time when I desperately needed to hear a message that brought me into line. Sometimes we don't want to hear things about discipline, that when we have to discipline ourselves. And I needed it. I needed to hear how a practical way to discipline myself when I tend to go overboard in spending, in gathering, in keeping for this hobby, because I always lie to myself and I'll tell myself I'm going to use that. I'm going to use that one day. And some things I have, but I have also experienced in the 20 plus years that I've been scrapbooking that there are things that I no longer like, and I know I'm not going to use them because the time has passed for it. They're no longer in style. It's no longer in my particular style. And sometimes I buy things just because other people are using it. That's what I've discovered since I have started watching YouTube. Now, I did not watch YouTube because it really wasn't a thing. Back in the early 2000s, I started watching YouTube for scrapbooking starting in 2017, at the end of 2017. So when I started watching YouTube for scrapbooking, I would get excited about a product that really wasn't my particular style just because I saw other makers using it and I felt like I could do it too. Now, that's great if you're going to actually use it. But if you know something, let me turn that around. Let me speak about myself. I'm not going to turn this to anyone else. Let me speak to myself. When I know something isn't my particular style, and I have to kind of turn my head sideways and talk myself into it and squint, and I need to walk away. And that's something that I've been having to tell myself I'm almost 52 years old, and I still have to talk to myself like I'm a child because I lie. I lie to myself. I lie to myself and say, oh, you know, if I turn my head this way, if I cut it down, if I just use a little piece of it, why would I buy the whole thing if I'm only going to use a sliver of it and then give it away? That's the kind of talking I have to do to myself. Now, there are papers that I know I love them. I love them, love them, love them. And I know that if I only buy 2 pieces, I'm going to use every square inch of those 2 pieces of paper. That is a good investment. Those kind of purchases, that's a good investment. Okay, I'm going to get off my soapbox and we're going to go through these. I started all of that because we were talking about the container. This is my container. So my collection, when I get finished with this, it's going to fit in this container and go back on my shelf. This is the kind of decisions that I'm making now that help me reduce my inventory. So let me pause. I'm going to get all of this out of packaging and then we'll start going through it. Okay, I think I have everything taken out. These are from Memory Mates. And I got these at Hobby Lobby. They are, I think they're out of the material that buttons are made out of, but they don't have the shank on the back. So this has to do with like baseball. Well, it's actually different sports. So there's basketball, there's soccer, there's football. Have these by Jolie for hockey. And I have some 4x6 cut aparts for baseball. These are by Jolie's. These are in the colors of the school that my sons went to school at. So I've had these for a long, long time. Once again, the colors of the school that they went to. My oldest son played basketball, so I kept those by Miss Grossman. This is just a piece of, it's called chip art coaster, but for baseball. And I'm an Alabama fan. I've used everything around this except for that frame and then those stickers on the bottom. These are football words. These are called Jock Talk. And this one's for baseball. This one's for football. I've used some of them. I'm trying to think the brand. It says it's from Destination Stickers and Stamps. So, but they're beginning to yellow. Can you see that? That the clear sticker portion is beginning to yellow. So this is something that I'm probably going to get rid of just because it has aged badly. These are Nina Chala stickers. I've used quite a bit of those over the years. More Nina Chala. This is a acetate piece about baseball, fishing. This is football. This was My Mind's Eye, 29th Street Market. Once again, the colors of the school that they went to. And my oldest son played basketball. My youngest one did not. He played soccer and baseball. My oldest one tried almost everything. He played football, baseball, and basketball. So this is all sports themed, just different things. My oldest son went, we lived near the Talladega racetrack, and he went and got to ride in a race car. So that's why I have those. We were the Panthers. That was our mascot. So I bought a sheet of the Panther paws. They're probably some other kind of paw, but they're close enough. School colors. This is basketball, football, basketball, hunting. Both of my boys are into hunting now. And then bike riding, which neither one of them really got into. This is something that's going to go away. That doesn't really pertain to our life. Football. This is like really childish kind of baseball, which they did play Little League. This is more grown-up baseball. Hot Wheels. They both were into Hot Wheels. I've used some of this, but this is going to be donated. This is soccer, football, baseball, basketball. This is more in line with what we actually were what they did. This is another football, soccer, making sure I keep things together that go together. These are words that for the different sports. That is I've got 2 of those, a duplicate. And then this is a 6x6 from the Work Hard, Play Hard. And this is a 12x12 Work Hard, Play Hard. We'll flip through the papers quickly. And I think the things that do not pertain to sports are coming out. I know that the things that do not pertain to sports, they're going to come out. And I'm going to keep the things that do pertain to sports. So now we're duplicating there. So I'm going to work through those. Baseball ephemera, die cut, my brain just went out on me. Chipboard. We have a sticker sheet. I think the entire collection for Home Run from Carta Bella. And these are the papers. I really like them. Now, we go to baseball games, so I bought this for a couple of reasons. Both of my boys played baseball, but we also go to baseball games at least, once or twice a year. During the season, we'll try to catch a game. So that's Home Run. And then this one is Carta Bella sticker as well. And I don't know if I have, it's just called Baseball. And I don't know if I have the entire collection for this one. Because it feels like I just duplicated some papers. Or maybe I got this one at Tuesday morning, because sometimes they would get a print run. No, I didn't get this Tuesday morning because it's the Carta Bella paper. It feels like I just picked out my favorite papers and got duplicates of them. It's what it feels like. Okay, so I'm definitely keeping these because it pertains to our life now. We have 8.5 by 11. Baseball, and basketball. These are going away. And then we have this. It's a jersey. I pulled this out of, this is a Daisy D's. I did not pull it out of anything. These are the ones that I pulled out of a paper pad. And it was by Paper House. So I kept what was sport that we participated in, that our family participated in, and then I got rid of everything else. And these are single-sided, so that's, my stack over here is getting unruly. Okay, this is Rusty Pickle. I'm not going to pull the kit all the way apart, but this is about baseball. This is a soccer kit from Hobby Lobby, from the Paper Studio. And we've got golf, which my husband plays golf. These are double-sided. And I can't remember the brand on these, and that's not super important, but and honestly, I don't love these. I think, yeah, I don't love these designs. There's a couple of them I like, and then the rest are just like, no. Those are probably going to go away. And then we have those were Stampin' Up. That's the brand. That's Golf by Stampin' Up. It's called the Country Club Designer Series. And then my oldest son is an Auburn fan. I tried to raise him right. He went astray. And so I have some things for him because he's gone to games, and I've scrapbooked. This is scraps. This is all that's left is scraps, and I've scrapbooked photos for him. These have yellowed horribly. This is going to go away because I worry about, like, I don't put things like this on a photo because I know it will ruin the photo, but these are beginning to make me worry, what's happening to the paper because these yellowed so bad. So those are going away. I'm not going to donate those. They're going away. And then I have these alphas. from K & Company that are in the colors for Auburn. And that is it. I'm going to clean this up and I'll come back and show you what I'm going to use today. Okay, how did I do? I have managed to get it all in my container. Now the top portion, it will not close because I have those chipboard pieces in here. I don't know if you can see them. They're standing up taller. That's okay. I just needed to get it on my shelf and I want it to stay contained in this width. So I made it and it's working perfectly. Now we're going to get the products out that I'm going to use for today's layout. I chose to do the Rusty Pickle kit, and I know I purchased this back in the early 2000s at a convention. We used to go to the Creating Keepsake conventions in Nashville, and this was not a class that we did, but you could purchase additional kits. And because it was baseball and my sons played baseball, I purchased this kit. And it comes with these directions. It gives you a photo of what the 2-page layout is supposed to look like, your tools, what products are included, and the instructions how to put it together. I'm ignoring all of that because even though I like Rusty Pickle paper, it is on the thin side. And I am going to use kind of I'm going to do this, which in a 6x6, in a banner across the page. But it needs, so they had this red in here for photo mats. I am going to use a piece of black cardstock to mat this entire page because it's a little thin. And then I may use this for photo mats. It's going to leave me with one piece of paper left over, and I'm perfectly okay with that. And in the kit came this tag, this tag, and these 2 pieces of cardstock that are cut out for use for photo mats. I'm trying to remember. Oh, this one was double matted. I was like, where's that black coming in? Okay, so that's what we have to work with. And I added in some of these words and some of these, and you'll see why when I show you my photos. I'm going to go ahead and create my mat for my background so that, because it just makes me feel like I'm a little more put together if I get that done and then I start building on top of it. We're going to cut the strip off the bottom, and I know I want this about 11.5, so I'm going to go ahead and measure to there and just cut in one whack. And I'm going to cut this side down to 11.5. And while I have this out, I may as well go ahead and cut this at 6 inches by 11.5. So that's going to extend across my page like this. See, it's already looking a little more cohesive. Now this paper is double-sided, and it just had a black and white version with on a black background and black and white text with a white background. And I'm just going to eyeball centering this on my base. And this is much more sturdy. I can deal with that. Okay. Now I'm going to show you the photos. They are super sweet. So this is my brother. He's just younger than I am. And this is one of his grandsons. And they were out throwing ball. But that's not all. So my brother, his grandson, and his son are all playing ball. And my sister-in-law posted this on Facebook, and I 100% stole the photos because I think it's the sweetest thing. So I am going to place these here and then place this down here somewhere. I haven't decided on placement yet. I didn't want to hide this baseball here, and I am. So we may come. I'm still hiding it. You know what? The baseball just may be hidden. I have lots of other stuff to add to it to make it be more baseball themed, more sports themed. So on the original layout, this was matted with this, and a 4x6 photo was matted with this, and I really like that. It was double matted with black and red, so I am going to keep that. This has got a really rough edge over here. We're going to turn it this way, and I'm going to double matte this. I like how that looks, and I want him to be the focus. Now, Rusty Pickle's paper may not be very thick, but this cardstock is thick. So I really like how that looks. And we're going to mat it again with this. And I'm going to keep this border and the dimensions that are around the side of it. So I'm just going to cut off the one side. So I do like this, how this looks a lot. I'm sitting here looking at this, and I may go ahead and make this into a 2-page layout because I love the focus on him. Let me look at something real quick, because I need this photo to be over here, and I think I want it this way. So the text is upside down in that little image there. If I do that, it's turned right here, so it can just be peeking out. So I think that's what I want to do. Or maybe just do this and not use the photo of my brother because he's represented in these photos. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to use less photos. So let's see if this mat works, and it does. And we're going to place it down here, and then I'll continue building my page. I'm going to pause while I do this. I finished the layout, and we all knew that I would. I used 3 of the stickers off of this sheet. I put the definitions on each of the photos and the definition here of what team means. I'm going to donate the rest of these. I almost used up this entire sticker sheet from Doodlebug. These were from 2003. And I'm going to donate the rest of these. I won't use those anymore. I had these large baseballs and the small baseballs. Where's the other one? Here. Those were on by Sticko, and they were on a sheet by themselves. It was just 4 stickers, but I used that sheet up completely. I have these 2 tags that were in the kit. They are going to go into my inventory. I have a drawer just for tags, and that's in there now. I did not use this photo, and I can use that again for another story on another day. And we're done. I have dug into my sports theme. I've downsized it a little bit, not a lot, because I didn't have a lot. So it didn't take a lot to, or it didn't take much to downsize it. And I'm happy. I'm happy with what I've gotten accomplished this year by digging into my themes. We have one more theme for next month for December. And I believe, let me look at my notebook because I don't want to speak out of turn if it's not. My theme for next month is going to be travel. I had originally said I was going to do Christmas themed, but I'm going to do travel because that actually will have touched all 12 of my themes that I have separated. Come back and we will chat again soon. Bye-bye.